suspect, Charlie, and I think about you as someone who has spent a big part of your career thinking about checks and balances and institutional prerogatives, why aren't Republicans in Congress taking an opportunity just to establish kind of a bare minimum of what Congress's role is supposed to be? And isn't there just a kind of a basic level of pride that a person has once they're elected to the House or to the Senate in what that institution is supposed to do?
Well, I mean, we're not just talking about Congress here, right? We're talking about the Republican Party and how it has changed in the Trump era in a way that the Democratic Party has not. The Republican Party is not the party that existed in the 90s or the aughts, the Bush years, the Reagan years. It's become the Donald Trump Party. And he has successfully driven from that party anyone who might have the sort of institutionalist perspective that you're discussing, the sort of Liz Cheneys are purged, the John McCains are deceased, and there's been enough primary challenges of people who are insufficiently Trumpy that everyone lives in fear for their political career if they get on his bad side.
I mean, when you talk to these Republican lawmakers privately, they all understand a vote against something that Donald Trump really cares about is a vote to end your career. Mm-hmm. And there's not that many people who are willing to end their career. So even though I know for a fact there are a whole bunch of Republicans who, if it was a private secret vote, would vote against en masse many of these nominees that he's put up, they won't dare do it in a public setting under the gaze of Donald Trump. And there's actually something deeper that's happened in American politics that Trump has changed, which is that a generation ago, if you were a member of Congress, you could kind of protect yourself and defend yourself by raising money and having, coalitions and whatever. All of that has been obliterated by Donald Trump's monopoly on the attention landscape.
Yep.
And if you get in their crosshairs, it doesn't matter what kind of a war chest you have, that will be squirted away in 2 days. You're finished. Your career's done.
Right, which helps explain the congressional deference to these power plays. So just to summarize this, as the president has sought to pretty profoundly expand his power, Congress has basically said, God bless, for all the reasons you just walked through, which leaves the courts, and as you all established, it's a pretty open question of whether and how the court might rule on something as meaningful as executive power.